There it is. What's good, everybody? We
Yes,
are
sir.
live. It is Shoot Your Shot Podcast, episode 34. Who's
Going on,
34? Shaq was 34, right?
I
He wore
believe so.
34 in LA. I
Yeah,
know he was 32
34.
in Orlando, but he was 34. So
Yeah,
Shaquille O'Neal episode. Some people commented and let me know they like that little Scottie Pippen reference. So we're going to keep it going. It's a Shaq episode. I don't
so
know any other notable 34s out there. But we here, Shoot Your Shot Podcast. It's Thursday. Uh, Baseball, MLB playoffs going on. This game going on as we speak. So make sure what's good, King Vic.
what's going
Um,
on,
make
Vic? What's
sure
going on?
make sure you get the dual screens and you put the game on mute and you listen to us or whatever, however you got to do it. Tune in. What we're just talking to what is it right now? It's right now the White Sox and Astros are playing.
Mhm.
Um,
White Sox
this
getting
here
their ass with
this here says 3-0. Oh no, 5-0
5-0.
Astros over the White Sox right now. So um, if baseball is your thing, like I said, just put the game on mute, put crank us up in the background. We're gonna be talking a little baseball. As y'all can see, Vic is not here, so it's Joe and Joe. We still the Essential Boys. We still are not sponsored by Essential Water,
But
but
we trying. We
we're
trying.
still drinking it, and I will keep trying, making them comments, tagging. We're going off the strength of the picture that Bones uh, posted, I think last week. Anytime you take a picture out there with some Essential Water, tag us in it. Tag Essential Water. We're gonna get this sponsorship one way or another.
Yes, sir. We trying.
Trying. So let's kick it off. Vic, you're a Yankees fan too, I assume. Um, so let's see. Postseason began the other night, Tuesday, for baseball. It was the wild card. So you had the Red Sox and Yankees, and even I know that that's a big rivalry. And then you have the Dodgers and the Cardinals.
Yep.
So it looks like Dodgers advanced 4-5, and Red Sox advanced. Oh no, sorry, that's not the score. That was their place. What was the score? Do you know?
I believe the Dodgers Cards game, I think it was 6-5, if I'm not mistaken. 3-1. Sorry. It was 3-1. Dodgers with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the ninth to walk it off, win it, and that was pretty dope. It was a tough match, pitching duel. You had Scherzer versus Wainwright, couple of veterans showing that they still got it, and it was tough, but with the Dodgers, that's what you want home field advantage for, so that way you the last at bat and you got that home crowd behind you, and the Dodgers ended up pulling it off.
All right. Well, we'll avoid that. The Yankees score for King Vic. We'll just say that they end up losing to Boston. So that sets up the 1 versus 4 matchup: the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Boston Red Sox. Houston Astros, number 2 seed, against the Chicago White Sox, the 3 seed. That is in the American League.
Yeah,
And
that's the
then you have
American League.
the 1-4 in the National League is the San Francisco Giants, the LA Dodgers, and then you have the 2-3 matchup, the Milwaukee Brewers versus my Atlanta Braves. So those games will be happening all coming within the next couple of days. So let's start in the American League. Let's predict these two series. Who you got? Tampa and Boston.
I'm gonna roll with Tampa. Um, they just seem to know how to get it done, so I'm gonna roll with Tampa.
I'm rolling with Tampa too because I know, even though I didn't spend much time in New York, I was born there, and you're not supposed to root for the Boston Red Sox if you're from New York. So fuck the Red Sox. Tampa Bay it is for me. Um, Now we got Houston and the White Sox. Houston won a few years ago. They're the ones that they claim cheated, right?
Yeah, but now it's like you can't say nothing now. Everything came out. Everybody supposed to be playing clean, and they got rid of whatever devices or whatever things they were supposedly cheating with, and look at them back, in the playoffs and looking pretty good. So, can't say nothing. The way I feel, everybody cheats in baseball. Baseball is a cheating sport. If you ain't cheating, you ain't playing right. So the whole objective
As one of my
is
good
to be caught.
homies back in Florida said, my homie Kevin, who's not listening right now, but shout out to him. If you're not cheating, if you ain't trying to cheat, you ain't trying to win. So
Yeah.
cheating's a
So
part of every competition.
I just think that someone was angry and decided to snitch, and it's just crazy. But again,
So who you got?
I got the Astros, and it's
All
not
right,
because they winning 5-0 now. Is I've been had them. They're a better team than the White Sox.
cool. I'm gonna take the Astros too, just because I don't mind cheating. I don't mind steroids in baseball. That's what they were doing. Shout outs to them. So let's move it over. National
Over
League.
80% of the players were taking steroids. People act like it's a small group. Like damn near the
Yeah.
whole baseball was doing it. So it's no
So the
advantage.
1-4 matchup in the National League. We got the Giants and the Dodgers. Who you got?
That's going to be a tough series. I think the Giants will probably squeak past them. So I'm gonna go with the Giants, and that's gonna go 5 games. That's gonna be a great series.
I'm gonna take the Dodgers because when they were in Brooklyn, it was my dad's favorite team. So shout out to the Dodgers. All right, and then we got the Brewers and the Braves. We got
That's another tough one, but other than Charlie Morton, I really don't trust the Braves pitching, so I'm gonna have to lean towards Milwaukee on this one.
well, y'all know where I'm going. I'm in Atlanta. It's the only Atlanta team that I rep. Going the Braves. So that would set up. So these are what, best of five.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got some time. We'll talk about the games a little bit. If anything real interesting happens, we'll talk about it Tuesday over the weekend. Because there should be some pretty good games, like you said. I am actually going to try to tune in to at least the Braves games, maybe the Tampa games, because I got a lot of homies who are Rays fans. So I'm gonna try to tune in so I can have a actual real opinion. So we'll leave it there. So that's our picks for. I mean, I guess this is still technically round one for baseball, even
Yeah,
though
this
there
is
was a wild
around.
card.
Yeah. The wild card, you don't really, it's a 1 game thing. They was talking about expanding it, but as of right now, it's just 1 game. So
I
this is
like that.
still technically the
I th-
first.
I think instead of that playing tournament that the NBA does, I think they should just have like these little 1 game playoffs. I think that would be dope.
Well,
Have a
I
couple.
mean, if you think about it, the NBA has that. It's just the loser gets another chance, as opposed to the MLB. You lose,
Yeah,
that's it for you. You
yeah.
know.
There should be no other chance. It should be like
Yeah,
either
I
two,
agree. You
either
lose,
two
like
or four one and
yeah,
done games,
and
and then
that's
we get the
it.
playoffs started. That would be dope, I think,
Right.
because
Yeah,
there's nothing like that one and done game. That's why the NFL playoffs is so different from everything else because they're the only sport that really has one and done.
yeah,
Um, and
and college
it makes
basketball, and look how hype
yeah.
college basketball gets. Like, like yo, that tournament of 64 teams, like they all put it all on the line. That 1 game, like that's why you see a team that average 80, 90 points a game can't even score 50, 60 because You know, them teams are locked in. Defense is locked in. You can't get nothing going. So I
Yeah,
agree that
I honestly
that
would
pressure.
love to see. I mean, the NBA would never do it, but just imagine if they just let everybody in the playoffs. Your record determined your seed, and then it was just a whole all out
Bracket
March
tournament,
Madness bracket
like a
tournament.
tournament. That's cool. I mean, you got 32 teams, 16, you got 16 seeds. Like,
Yeah,
do it, man. East and West, do it. Just
I think, yeah.
everybody do it. One and done. You know how many number one seeds will probably get knocked off by that 16 seed? You know what I'm saying?
I think it will be interesting. We'll probably never see it, but it would be interesting to
Yeah,
watch.
that'll be pretty dope. I will watch. But
I would too.
yeah, I don't think the NBA do it because a lot of their money makers will get bounced. You
Yeah,
know, you taking it
they'd
for
have to be
granted.
like 70 what do they call it? Official timeouts for commercials.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So let's move on. What are we in week 5?
Week
Crazy.
five.
We already in week 5 of the NFL. Feel like we just started. Uh, Vic phoned in his picks, so we got his picks. We'll let you know what he picked. But we're gonna go through all the games like we usually do. Give you our picks. So let's start off. I'm gonna start off with your.
No,
Oh no,
tonight's game.
well, we usually start with our team. So let's get Vic's team out the way first.
Okay.
Um, 49ers versus Cardinals. Vic went against his team for the second week in a row. He went Arizona. What you going with Vic
Yeah.
against his squad?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Vic on this one. I think the cards show that they're a little too strong right now. And I don't think the 49ers have enough to keep up with them. They got a quarterback situation that they gotta go through. If Garoppolo can't play Sunday and they do go with Lance, then you're talking about this is going to be his first start against a team like the Cardinals that are on a roll and got everything working right now. So uh, this is probably a no brainer. So I'm gonna have to go with the Cards on this one.
So as of right now, Jimmy did not practice. George Kittle did not practice,
Yeah, so it's too much
but
for
they are expected to get their left tackle Trent Williams back and cornerback Josh Norman.
yeah.
They are both supposed to be coming back.
That's good.
Uh, so um, yeah, but with all that said, I'm going Arizona too. They just look too strong right now. They look like they're supposed to be the only undefeated team left. So they've beaten some good teams. So I'm rocking with them. I think 49ers just too many injuries. So we'll move on to your squad coming off their first win of the season, going against the also 1-3 Atlanta Falcons. This game is in Atlanta. Yeah, both 1-3. This game is in London, 9:30
Is
in the
it?
morning. Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is an early game. So make sure
I
y'all
didn't
don't
know
miss
that.
it.
I
Yep.
thought it was in Atlanta.
Nope. Nope. This is in London. Calvin Ridley will not be playing. That's due to personal matters. So that can mean anything. So once again, your squad going up against a shorthanded team. So Vic picked your Jets. You rocking with them? You picking your Jets?
Yeah, after last week, I think they built some momentum. They got a couple of guys back. They built some sort of chemistry or whatever. I think Wilson takes last week's game and builds from it, and just try to keep them turnovers cut short. You know, Atlanta is not a great team, and like you said, they shorthanded. So I think they build off that. So I got the Jets in this one. I'm gonna take the Jets.
Me too. All the reasons that you said. Plus, uh, I think did I? No, I didn't. I didn't take Atlanta last week. None of us did. Yeah, Atlanta just too much going on. Just kind of like the 49ers, too many injuries. Not to say that they were, um, the same caliber. Not even injuries, but just, you know, people missing, not going to win a game like that. I've heard that the atmosphere over there in London when they play is pretty good. I know that those people over in London, they show out for their soccer team. So
They
should be
say
a very interesting game. It'll be at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which is one of the newest, most technologically advanced soccer stadiums in the world. So it should be cool. Cool game to watch. Just a been a reminder for everybody. That game is at 9:30 in the morning on Sunday. So if you want to
yeah.
catch that Jets and Falcons game, you'll have to wake up a little early to catch that one.
They said
Um,
rookie quarterbacks are 0-4 in London games. So maybe Zach Wilson could turn that around.
yeah, he's got a good shot at it.
Yeah, I don't see
So
why.
then that brings it to my Bengals. They play 1 o'clock against the Packers. Packers at Cincinnati. Both teams 3-1. I don't know. Trying to see if there's any injuries. I know T. Higgins is supposed to come back. All signs are pointing for him to play, so that'd be a good thing for us. Our defense is going to be the big thing there. I'm hoping Jesse Bates is going to play. I'm going to look that up real quick. Um, oh wow, I didn't realize that. Last week was Jesse Bates' first missed game in the NFL. Yeah, Jesse Bates is
Dope.
supposed to play. What's that?
I said that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean he's only in his like third year, but still.
Yeah.
Um, so it looks like right now he'll be back. Um, Owuzie, our starting corner, he was limited in practice. He might be back. Joe Mixon is game time decision. Um, so for me, I'm going to assume that everybody's back and healthy because it's looking that way. If Higgins plays, if Jesse Bates plays, if Joe Mixon plays, I think we have a very good chance of winning this game because although the Packers are 3-1, they haven't looked, overly great one way or the other, with the exception of one game. What was that? Was it against the 49ers? That
Yeah,
one
they
game where they just blew them out.
they blew out the 49ers. And
Um,
now they had two, I think week 2, remember they bounced back. Or was that the 49ers
that
game?
was against the Lions. They
I was
destroyed the
against the Lions.
Lions.
All right, well,
Yeah.
all right.
Yes. So the game they lost was that stinker against the Saints. They got blown out 38-3. Then
Yeah,
they
that was
blew out the
game 1.
Lions. They
Right,
blew out the Lions 35-17. They barely beat the 49ers 30-28. And then they beat the Steelers by 10 last week.
right.
So I, I'm going to pick the Bengals. I'm going with them because I believe if we are healthy, truly we have a chance. But I also need to gain some ground on Vic, and he picked the Packers, so I'm going with Cincinnati.
Well, all right. I'm a I'm gonna roll with the Packers on this one. I just think they got their mojo. They signed Jalen Smith from the Cowboys. I'm assuming he's gonna start or play Sunday, so got to get extra pressure on the quarterback and help the defense out. And that offense is just clicking right now. So I'm gonna go with the Packers in a close one.
Okay, yeah. see, I'm just catching up on King Bickett said. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be a close game either way. I won't be surprised if the Packers win. I just, like I said, I need to gain some ground. So we'll backtrack now. We'll go to tonight's game, a pretty big game for early in the season. You got the Rams at 3-1 and the Seahawks at 2-2. Vic has picked the Rams, and they're in Seattle.
I agree with Vic. I think the Rams bounce back from the stinker they put up last week against the Cards. And this Seattle team is not Arizona. They don't have the weapons that Arizona have on offense. So I'm gonna roll with the Rams on this one.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the Rams. They got to bounce back after that game last week. That was, I mean, Arizona's a good team, but you don't expect the Rams to get put out like that. So I'm going with the Rams bounce back game. And this, yes, I said already, this is in Seattle, so that'll be a bounce back game. Rams will win by like 10. So let's see. We did the Jets Falcons, so we'll go to the Patriots and Texans. Um, this seems like an obvious choice. I don't know. Do the Texans win more than 3 games this year?
Not unless they put Watson and at the quarterback. If they don't do that, then no, I don't see them winning 3 to 4 games. So
Well, fake out New England. I'm gonna rock with them on that just because it's hard to justify picking Houston right now.
yeah, you can make it a clean sweep. I'm gonna go with the Patriots. Although Matt Jones isn't throwing the ball crazy, he's doing enough to win. He's cutting the turnovers down and he's making sure his team keeps the possession, and that's what you need. As long as that offense stays on the field, then you don't give the other team an opportunity to do anything. So I got the Patriots.
All right, so that takes us to the Lions and Vikings. Vic took Minnesota. Detroit 0-4, Minnesota 1-3. Not, neither of these teams are jumping out at anybody. There's a reason these two teams are so bad. I do think this is a division game. Um, so yeah, Vic took Minnesota.
Well, all right. So the Lions are on 4. They almost beat a few teams, but they couldn't. Minnesota 1-3. Same could be said for them. They almost won. So it's going to be a battle of who's got the fight in them, and I just think Minnesota got more fight in them. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings in this one.
Unfortunately, this is this is one, two, three, four. This is 5 out of 6 games. We're all gonna agree, but that's how it goes sometimes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
As
these,
much
these
as
games, yeah, it's no. I don't. I mean, like, of course you're gonna get an upset, but as far as like the prediction goes, like it's hard to go against these teams so far. Like you just don't see it. Like the Lions, like I don't see it. Not
yeah,
this week.
some teams you see a fight in them, and you see that chance, that possibility.
Right, right.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm picking my Bengals because they have shown fight. They have proven to be better than anybody thought they'd be. So there's a chance. With Detroit, they ain't really showed that fight. With same with the Texans, they didn't really show the fight. The Falcons, even though your team's not great, your team showed some fight last week, especially in Week 1 against Carolina.
Right.
So you know, the, if the team don't got no fight in them, it's hard to pick. Um, so in a case like the next game, Eagles and Panthers, you know, I'm not gonna pick Philly, but Philly has shown some fight in some of these games. So like, I wouldn't be mad if someone pick Philly. Probably gonna be wrong, but they've shown a little fight. So it's not as ridiculous of a pick as maybe picking Houston over New England or something like that. But yeah, Vic got Carolina. The Eagles are 1-3. Carolina 3-1. They're coming off their first loss of the season last week. I'm going Carolina. Chubba Hubba Bubba, whatever the fuck, he played a good game, so I expect him to continue.
I think Christian McCaffrey might be back. He was supposed
Yes,
to have practice yesterday.
as of an hour ago, McCaffrey feels good about possible return Sunday versus Eagles.
So,
So
even if he doesn't play, that Philly defense is not, you know, they're not elite. They're not up there. Um, I think Carolina got what it takes. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers on this one.
all right, well, keep it rolling then. So next up, we got the Saints and Washington. Has there been a more confusing team than New Orleans Saints this year? I don't think there's been a more inconsistent team. Don't know what you're getting from this team week to week more than any other team in the NFL.
The team that they playing, you don't know what type of Washington. Yeah, you don't know what kind of
A football
Washington
team.
team. Yeah, like 1 week they look good. 1 week they look like you don't know what's going on over there. 1 week Heineke looks like a top 10 quarterback. The next week he looks like a bench guy. Like I don't know. This is a weird game for me. I want to say the Saints only because they lost to the Giants and they want to get back on a winning track. And I think if Winston was to lose 2 games in a row to the Giants and Washington, he could be in some sort of hot water. Um,
Vic chose Washington, just for the record.
I'm gonna go with the Saints. I'm gonna take the Saints. I think the Saints squeak out a victory like 24-21, something like that. 27-24. One of those numbers.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm going with New Orleans over Washington. I don't know what happened to that defense in Washington that was so good last year. Chase Young is not having a great season. He's not having a bad season, but compared
He's
to what he was
quiet.
doing last year, he's real quiet.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
quiet.
so I don't know what's going on with that defense, what's changed or what. But they are not the same defense that they rode into the playoffs last year. But again, it's not like they had a great record anyway, so we'll see. Titans and Jaguars. I think Julio is questionable. Brown is questionable. So for me, it doesn't matter if neither of them play. If both of them play, they beat the Jaguars. I'm taking Tennessee. Vic also took Tennessee.
You can make that a clean sweep. Like I said, I'm not impressed by Sunshine, as Vic would
Sunshine.
call him. So they not showing me nothing to prove they could win. So I'm gonna go with the Titans on this one. Yeah, he scores his normal touchdown or two on the floor and one in the air or something like that, and that's about it. But I'm gonna roll with the Titans.
Yeah. I mean, if that offense plays like they did in the first half against us, that's the only chance they have of winning. But they have to maintain that the entire game. I think Tennessee's defense is good enough to not let that happen.
Right.
Again, that to me the most impressive dude in Jacksonville is that running back Robinson.
Robinson.
He's running for his life and hopefully running to another team next year or something that where he can actually make a difference because that kid is
Maybe we
talented.
could steal him.
I don't know his contract situation, but I guarantee he'd rather be anywhere than Jacksonville right now. So that brings us to uh, Derek's Miami Dolphins and the rest of the world's Tampa Bay Tom Brady's. This is in Tampa, but Miami Dolphin fans are gonna show up. That ain't that far of a drive, so I think you'll see a lot of Miami jerseys in the building. I think I think Tua is gonna be back. Didn't Derek say Tua will be back?
It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. Miami losing this game.
Yeah, it don't matter. I don't think anything short of a miracle. I don't have Miami winning. Like I, I'm gonna go with Tom Brady, TB, Tom Brady Buccaneers. So
Yep.
it's not rocket
Yeah, I'm going.
science.
I'm going the same. Yeah, I don't have Miami finding a way to win. And, unless a miracle, and by miracle you mean somebody getting hurt, and we don't wish anybody to get hurt. So,
Right.
uh, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to go against Tampa in this one. Um, Tua plays or not, don't matter. Sorry, Derek.
You should know.
Yeah, he
Think
knows. He knows. He
I
knows
think
in his heart of hearts.
if it was money on the line, I think he would go with Tampa Bay as well. Like, don't be stupid. Your heart want to pick Miami, but if someone betted you and they like, yo, I give you got a chance of winning a couple of $100, like I guarantee you, he'll go with Tampa Bay. So be smart,
I
man.
would. I would hope so. So next up, we have the Denver Broncos at 3-1 at Pittsburgh Steelers 1-3. Far as I know, Ben's still playing. So as far as my picks go, Steelers still losing. I'm going Denver. Vic went Denver as well. I think that defense doesn't have any hard time with the Steelers offense. I think um, Broncos bounce back off of a big, not a big, but a loss last week. So I'm going Denver.
This was the game that it took me about a half hour to pick a team. I tried to get help, and everyone I had about 4 or 5 people think it was going to end in a tie. Um, I went to a prediction site, and they had it finishing at a tie as well. The Broncos, although they're 3-1, haven't really faced anyone. They got their first real challenge Sunday, and look, they didn't look that great. I don't know what's Teddy Bridgewater's status if he's going to be 100%. Um, but with that being said, I think it's going to be a very low scoring game. I don't even think a touchdown might be scored. If it is, maybe one. But I got the Steelers in a close one, 10-9 or 12-9 or something like that. Like it's going to be a boring, ugly game.
Right now, they're
So
saying Teddy Bridgewater, he's returned to practice. He returned to practice today and is expected to play as long as he clears concussion protocol or
what
whatever
about
it's called.
TJ? Is TJ back? Is TJ playing?
He played last week.
Okay. All right. I thought he was kind of shaky or whatever. All right. Well,
I
I'm
know.
gonna
I
pick
mean,
the
I know.
Steelers.
I know that he did not play against us, but I think that was just a one and done.
All right. So this would be one of the games that could separate us. It could either give me a head or push me back. But I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one.
All right. So that brings us to, and I said Vic picked Denver.
Yeah.
Bears and Raiders. Vic picked the Raiders. Bears 2-2. Raiders 3-1. Another team coming off of a loss last week. I think another team that bounces back and doesn't let it be 2-0. I'm sticking with Vic. I'm going with the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders as well. Fields' name the starter for the rest of the season. I don't know if that's going to be a great idea, but we'll see where it starts. But I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one. I think Carr and the Raiders have a bounce back game from what's been going on
Yeah,
the last few weeks.
yeah. I mean, as far as the whole field situation, I mean, your team is 2-2. More than likely, at this point, probably not going to make the playoffs. Might as well just let him, take his hits, learn from this season. Lose what you're gonna lose. Maybe grab a couple wins here and there. Just let the boy learn. I mean, he was a pretty high pick. Just roll the dice, ride with it. It's not going. This is not your year. You're not making no playoffs. Damn sure not making a Super Bowl. Take a shot, roll the dice, let the young boy out there, and hope that he learns and hope he don't get hurt. Their offensive line is not terrible. They do a pretty decent job protecting them, and although he is a running quarterback, he's a smart running quarterback. He doesn't take those big hits when he can help it. So um, I think this will just be a good learning experience for him. Um, you never know. He might get a few. So he might get a few. They might steal a couple wins here and there from somebody they're not supposed to. So that next up, we have the Browns and the Chargers. You and Vic's Browns against the Chargers. And as confident as Vic claims to be about the Browns, he picked the Chargers. You gonna jump ship with your boy and pick the Chargers, or you sticking with
Well,
Cleveland?
it's not like I had the Browns going undefeated. Like so, they gotta lose a game here and there. Like I got them going at 12-5 or something like that. So this is another one of those losses that go in the column. This is I don't think they got what it takes. They saying Baker may be hurt. That's the issue between him and Odell and
Yeah, he ain't shown up on not one injury report. He's on my fantasy team, but he not showing up on one injury report.
oh, they saying he had a torn labrum and um that's the reason why he hasn't been. I don't know, but I don't know.
It's
I
the
mean,
Cleveland Browns shit show, everybody. It always has
yeah,
been, and it always
I mean,
will.
I mean, like Landry is out. I don't know what's going on between Odell and Baker. I don't know what's going on between Baker and his shoulder. I don't know what's going on, and the Chargers are just flying too high right now for you to get it all together by Sunday. So I got the Chargers in this one. Maybe next week I'll jump back on the Browns, but as of right now, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I'm not a stupid man.
Now, wouldn't it be some shit if I was the only one to pick the Cleveland Browns?
Go
Wouldn't
ahead,
that
man.
be some shit?
I could use something to close the gap. What am I? 2 games behind y'all?
You only one game behind me.
Oh, see, so go ahead, man. I'm looking to jump somebody.
One game behind me, 2 games behind Vic.
Oh, there you
But
go.
I'll tell
That's
you, I'll tell
beautiful.
you right now, you're not getting that game from me. I'm picking the Chargers. If Baker Mayfield's that hurt, then he need to be sitting down, not playing through it. I think this is a scapegoat when they lose or when they're not playing well. He's hurt, but when they win, they blowing teams out. He's fine. It's the
That's a Cleveland
same.
thing.
It's the same bullshit Cleveland Browns that it's always been. They always do shit like this. They trash. They gonna be trash. They lose Sunday big to the Chargers. I'm going by 2 touchdowns plus. And Justin Herbert's my starting quarterback on fantasy, so I hope he tears they bitch asses up, and I hope Odell gets freed from that shit town. Shit football town. No disrespect to Cleveland. It's all disrespect to the Browns. Um,
Let it all out,
then,
bro. Let it all out, man. Let it all.
no,
Oh, hey, hey!
oh
Norm,
shit! Oh shit!
Norm. What's going
A
on,
lot
Norm?
of the younglings won't catch that reference, but we know the old heads know Norm.
What reference? What I miss?
Nah, when
He
you
called you
popped up, I
Norm.
was like,
Shit, everybody
Norm.
knows your name.
Oh, from Cheers.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. What's going on? Fire Boone. Everybody wants Boone gone. One person
I'm
said it. The other guy blames Garrett Cole. Do you blame Garrett Cole?
no, I blame Boone.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I don't
All
blame
right.
So
Cole. Who
Boone
blame
Boone is the
Cole?
manager. Boone is the
Yeah,
manager.
Boone is the
Yeah,
manager.
but
So
I've
let me
been.
just say this, knowing absolutely nothing about this coach or this manager, a dude named Boone should not be managing the Yankees.
Mm,
That's a southern ass name.
mm,
You need a up top coach.
Well,
That's
he's a former Yankee player, and if you know the Yankees, that's what they do.
what they do. They hire a former players.
Hire former players or someone that's been in the organization for X amount of years. So
With that being said, you know who should be your next manager?
I told
Derek
you, Barry
Jeter.
Bonds.
Paul O'Neill.
I've been saying that for a while now. I said
Paul
it should be
O'Neill
Paul
should be
O'Neill.
that's should be your next manager. Paul O'Neill.
What Vic
So I
says.
definitely agree.
I mean,
I mean,
I don't
that's a
think they
team.
should have. I don't think they shouldn't have had Cole pitching that game. He
I
shouldn't
don't
have
think
pitched
Cole
that
should
game.
have picked either. But the retort to that is, well, you're paying him all this money, which I get. But sometimes you got to go with the numbers. Against Boston, the 2021 season against Boston, his ERA has been around 5.
2-2
Go
with an ERA of 4.91.
see what I'm saying? So I get
The
that. So
biggest
but maybe we should go with someone else. Maybe Jordan Montgomery, who had the best ERA against Boston. I think his was around 3 point something. Even Corey Kluber ERA was high against Boston this season with a 4 point something.
the biggest mistakes made in sports are based on money. Just because someone is getting paid a certain amount does not mean that they are the right person for a situation.
I mean,
I know that.
like Vic said, Cole versus Boston has not been good this year, and also he's been shaky his last 6 starts. Period. Like, so I wouldn't have started Cole. I would have tried my luck with another guy. You know, what's the worst that could happen? And I just look at it like this game is played in Yankee Stadium. The Yankees win. That Green Monster did what it did by keeping Stanton in the park. Because in Yankee Stadium, those are 3 home runs.
Mm.
Easy. The man hit a 400-foot single. Like that's ridiculous.
And I'm gonna pull a Captain America and say I even understood that reference.
That
Yeah.
center field is deep.
Yep. So he hit like a 400-foot single. That's fuck. That's messed up, man. Like I would have been pissed. So better luck next year.
Man, not until they change. Not until they change their motto. I mean, it's like every year. Let's go get the biggest bat, the biggest bat, the biggest bat. How many big bats do we need? Like the Astros just proved to you don't need big bats to win. Give me great pitching. Give me batting average. Give me contact. Great defense.
Keep that line going. That's what I say. That's what I preach. Keep the line going. Everything ain't got to be a home run, man. Just keep the
Give,
line going.
Aren't
give
their
me the.
isn't their nickname the Bronx Bombers though? I mean, I
I
know that much.
I get that part. Yeah, we are nicknamed the Bronx
You don't
Bombers,
need
but
9 players hitting
home runs.
runs. Yeah, like they all home run or strikeouts. Like everyone in the lineup. I'm pissed off. Y'all still got Brett Gardner starting. Like man is damn near 40, if not
Hey,
40.
listen. It's a lot of things I don't understand. Just give me someone with a good OBP, please. That's all, please. So yeah, we'll see what happens next
Joe,
year.
you just saying damn near 40 just reminded me of a great lyric from a Chris Rock song. says if she says she's 26 and she looked 26, she damn near 40.
Damn near 40.
No sex in the champagne room, ladies and gentlemen. If you ain't heard it, go listen.
Man, look, that was my shit.
Mine too.
Yeah, just remember.
Vic, you look
No
confused.
sex.
I know. Come on, you heard No Sex in the Champagne Room by Chris Rock.
I've heard it, but that's not my shit. I could care less.
It's a great song.
Okay, I'll add that to the playlist.
Just know ain't
That
no
and what's
singing. It ain't no singing or rapping. He just talking, and the chorus is the hype part.
Yeah, I was gonna say who wasn't it Gerald Levert that was
Gerald
singing in the
Levert.
background?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gerald
Gerald
Levert,
Levert.
the great
Yeah,
Gerald Levert.
Chris Rock on the low got 3 really good songs. That Basketball Jones from the Space Jam soundtrack with Barry White, it's a classic. And then he got the other song I Love Champagne with that chick who's pretending like she could sing. All bangers. If you don't know Chris Rock's catalog, check it out.
Yeah, right.
Do y'all remember that the Basketball Jones song though from the
I
Space Jam,
don't.
the original? Yo, that one's actually like, man, I got some youthful memories to that song. It's great, and if you love basketball, you'll feel it too. So,
I don't love
uh,
basketball, so
All right, back to the show.
so yeah, where were we at? Oh, I was just climbing on Joe for well, you left the Browns, your Browns picked the Chargers, but we all did. So I guess there's no loyalty there in Cleveland.
I mean,
I'm
Vic,
just using my.
did you have the Browns going undefeated?
Of course not.
Oh, okay, all right. I don't know, man. I didn't have them going undefeated, so they gotta lose a game. They gotta lose a
I
few.
I damn sure didn't have them going
I mean,
undefeated.
but these
Did
was
you
one of my. Go ahead.
did you have the Browns winning the Super Bowl? Oh, I
Nobody
didn't
even had
have
the Browns in the Super Bowl.
I didn't have the Browns in the Super Bowl either. So, um,
That'll
yeah,
never happen.
they gotta lose.
Yeah, I mean, these was one of my picks that I was unsure about because I think either team can win. It's I don't think it's a clear cut winner in this game.
No, I think
Oh,
it
you
is.
didn't
You
I
think
you
the
didn't
think it
know
Chargers?
is. Yeah, I think
you
the
didn't know
Chargers are gonna win.
Baker Mayfield's playing with a broken neck and broken leg. That's why he was so bad last week.
He's supposed to have a partially torn labrum.
Oh, does he?
That's what they saying. I don't know how true it is. And then Landry is still out.
Landry's still
Um,
out.
the issues between him and Odell, I don't know if they're gonna have that fixed.
I mean, you still
So
got a great running game. You still got a top 3 defense.
they got a great run defense, and they get pressure on the quarterback, but the Chargers got a lot of weapons,
A
man. Like
lot
it
of
don't take
weapons.
like Herbert don't need 10 seconds. Like he can do a 3-step drop back and find someone. So
Yeah, he gets it out quick.
yeah, so good luck to Cleveland in that run defense. Maybe they can step it up because they're gonna have to. But yeah, there's no way I could take the Browns on this one. It's just too much going on.
So we're moving along to what could be a big game. New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys. It's a division game. Giants 1-3. They in Dallas. Dallas 3-1. This could be one of those games where the Giants either the Giants are going to surprise everybody, or Dallas could crumble, like Joe alludes to. Vic, you got. Well, you here now, so you can tell everybody your pick.
I picked the Cowboys. I think they're just clicking on all cylinders right now. Everyone wrote Zeke off. Last couple games, he's looked great. Why has he looked great? That offensive line is healthy. What's running back's best friend? Offensive line. And Dak looking MVP-ish. Candidate, at least. Looking like an MVP candidate. Can we finally stop blaming Daniel Jones? He's been playing good all season.
He
Can we
played
stop
great.
blaming him?
He played great in the fourth quarter and overtime against the Saints. Like That
And
was
this
some.
thing, and that backfield supposed to be a top backfield.
Yeah, that was some great. That was some great quarterbacking. So I mean,
Hey,
I ain't got an issue.
Barkley's put together 2 really good games.
But he's
I
still
don't
not
have an
getting enough
issue
carries.
with Danny Jones, but he just don't throw the um Trayvon Diggs side. Like don't
He's one of the top corners.
yeah, like don't throw to him, don't challenge him. And that's the thing, like I don't think the Giants receivers got enough to get away from Dallas secondary. So I got the Cowboys in a close one. As usual, it's not gonna be like a spanking. You know, the Giants and the Cowboys always play close. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
So for me, uh, it's tough. I keep picking against Dallas, and I keep being wrong. I'm going to continue the trend on my end, and hopefully that the Giants step it up. Uh, go with King Vic's Giants. I think Barkley has a good game. I think Danny Nichols has a good game, and I think that defense finally steps up and wins this game for them.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
there's been a lot of talk on that defense. They need to put up and get that offense a couple, a touchdown or something, or at least interception, taking them into the red zone or something. That defense needs to step up, have a big game, and if they do that, I think the Giants can win. Barkley, I think, is going to continue the trend and get better, better and better. He's going over 100 yards total the past couple games. Scored 2 touchdowns last week. So I'm going the Giants. This is one of my games that I had. Um, not that I knew Vic was going to pick Dallas, but I'm pretty sure he was going to pick Dallas. So I was sticking with the Giants to get that another a pick over them to try to close that gap that we got between us. So I'm going with the Giants.
Yeah, this is the week I jump over you, bro. I feel it.
Both of us?
Well, I'm a game behind him and two behind you.
Oh, so it's
So
possible.
yeah, I think this is the week I jump Joe and possibly tie you because we got a lot of the same picks, like me and you.
We
So
all have a lot of the same picks this week.
we do, except for that Pittsburgh and Denver game. I
Oh, y'all
think
picked
that's the
Pittsburgh.
yeah. I picked Pittsburgh. Y'all both picked Denver.
That
Right now, we have 10 games that we are all agreeing on. I'm the only one that got Cincinnati. You two both picked Green Bay. Vic, you're the only one that picked Washington. Me and Joe picked New Orleans. Vic, me and you picked Denver. Joe picked Pittsburgh. And then this game, y'all both picked Dallas. I picked the Giants.
All right, so it's
So
still sound even. We good.
every time I pick the Giants, they freaking lose, man.
that is the truth. So then we got the late game on Sunday. Oh, and Vic, if you didn't know, the Jets Falcons game is 9:30 a.m. on Sunday. It's a London game. So if you didn't
Oh
know
wow,
that
9:30.
now you
Holy
know.
crap.
Yeah.
Damn, so I gotta be up
So
at
Watch
9:30?
it. Yeah, it's
yeah,
9:30.
that's a long day of watching football. If you sat down and watched that game, and then the 1 o'clock
But
game, then the 4 o'clock game, then the eight o'clock
usually,
game.
It's
usually
Christmas.
the 1 o'clock. I don't get a chance to watch that because I be like doing little odds and ends, and then I start getting ready for work. So I always miss the 1 o'clock games.
I'm
I
watching
usually
I watch 4 games at a time.
yeah
So
I usually listen to the game as I'm driving to work. I'll have a game on a stereo, but other than that, my football day don't get started till 4 o'clock anyway. But that's good. I get a chance to watch this game.
mine
And with
start at 10. So
The Jets playing decent, then hopefully it'll be good. It'll be a good game to watch.
I think it will be. So the Sunday night game is a big one. It's probably one of the better games, or potentially one of the better games of the week. We got the 3-1 Buffalo Bills at the 2-2 Kansas City Chiefs. This is
Who would have thought
an
Kansas City would be
AFC matchup, but not a divisional matchup.
Possibly AFC Championship matchup.
Very possible.
If the Chargers keep playing like they do, they might have something to say about that. But this is going to be a good game. It's going to be a good one. But I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I got Buffalo. That defense, man. Look at what they have been doing the last 3 weeks. Like, just all over the place. They are all over the place. And then the offense is not looking bad either. So I'm a run with Buffalo in this one.
So let's see. Buffalo first game. Let's see. Well, other than that loss the week 1 to the Steelers, they gave up 23. They gave up 0 to the Dolphins, 21 to Washington, and another dub to the Texans. So
that 21 to Washington was corny. Like, that was garbage points.
Yeah.
So
that was a blowout.
So, is the defense really good, or are we looking at smoke and mirrors? Dolphins, trash. Texans, probably the worst team in the NFL. And who was the other? In Washington. So, is Buffalo defense really that good, or really that bad?
Washington is averaging like 26 points, 27 points per game. Other than that game to Buffalo, Miami has been scoring. Other than that game to Buffalo, and who else they pitched the shutout to?
The Texans.
All right, so the Texans is pretty much the only team. But other than that, like that defense, I wouldn't say smoke and mirrors. Now they ain't run up across a Patrick Mahomes, but you know, like it ain't like Patrick Mahomes has been looking outstanding. Like, you know, teams has been keeping him under some sort of pressure. Then look at Kansas City defense. Is that defense good enough to keep Josh Allen under wraps? Is like they got a great running back and a receiving core. So it's like, is Kansas City defense good enough to keep Buffalo from doing what they do? I don't know.
Yeah, question mark.
So I'm a roll with Buffalo Sunday. I got Buffalo.
Vic?
I got the Chiefs. Because I'm not sold on the Buffalo defense yet. Like I said, you've played the Dolphins, you played Washington, and then you play Texans, So I'm really not sold. Let me see what you could do against Patrick Mahomes and them boys. That'll sell me. So I'm going Chiefs. I think it'll be a close game. That was another game now that I was undecided on. It was a flip of a coin, and I just went with Kansas City. I just went with the better quarterback.
So I agree. There are question marks when it comes to the Buffalo defense, but we know Kansas City's defense is not good right now. We know this. There's no question mark. We know they're bad. I think this is what the old heads call a barn burner. This is going to be a high-scoring game, back and forth, and whoever has the ball last is going to win. I'm going Buffalo by a touchdown.
I have Buffalo by a field goal.
So that brings us to the Monday night game. Odd choice for a Monday night game, in my opinion, but what do I know? Colts and the Ravens. Colts are 1-3. Ravens are 3-1.
You're almost done.
They are in Baltimore. Y'all got
Ravens.
I took the Colts.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I don't trust Carson Wentz yet. Like, he doesn't. I just think Baltimore is going to have the ball too much. It's going to be a low scoring game. I got it like 19-17, something like that. But
Sounds
I
about
got the
right.
Ravens. Yeah, I got the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore. I don't trust the Colts yet. I know they lost a few close games. Um, but as much as I would like to see the Ravens maybe not get one this week, because we might probably won't get one this week, and looking like the Browns probably won't get one this week, and Pittsburgh, damn sure, well, they might not get one this week. So I would just like to keep that lead. If we all lost in the division, that doesn't look bad. But it's looking like they're the most likely to win out of our division this week. So I'm picking Baltimore, even though I'd like to see them lose. So with that said, that's all of the games. And Vic, if you want to make your quick little MLB playoff predictions, me and Joe already predicted the first round for us. But if you want to get yours out of the way before we get out of here, you can.
No, I no longer care about baseball, so I'm in full football mode.
Okay, there it is. Vic no longer cares about baseball, but secretly deep down he is rooting for the Bravos, Braves, baby. He's picking them to go to the World Series.
Why the hell would I root for
You,
the Braves?
hey, don't be mad because out of all three of us, the only one whose team is in it is mine.
Y'all ain't play a game yet. Don't worry. You ain't going to be here long.
This guy said the Braves. No, but oh, you're talking about the win it all?
No, just the first
Nah,
round.
just the first round. We just did the first round so far.
Who's playing? We got the
All right, so
Astros against the White Sox.
you got the Astros against the White Sox. You got the
Boston
Rays
against the
against the
Rays.
Red Sox. And Milwaukee against Atlanta and San Fran against the Dodgers.
Oof.
So I think, if I'm not correct, me and Joe both picked Tampa.
That
Both
sounds
picked the
about right.
Astros.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds about right.
Joe picked the Giants. I picked the Dodgers. Joe picked the Brewers. I picked the Braves.
I think both of those series is a toss up. Honestly, that Brewers pitching rotation is insane.
That's
But
what I was saying. Like, that's gonna be those are the tough series. Like, I think the American League is gonna be done quick.
yeah,
The
that's more
national
one-sided.
the National League is gonna be where it's tight at. Because you got the Dodgers and the Giants, like they pretty much split 18 games this year. And you're talking about two teams. The Giants won 107, the Dodgers won 106. So, you know, either team could win. I just think the Dodgers played their card by playing Scherzer in that wild card game, and the Giants might not have to face them until game 4 or 5. So I think the Giants could squeak by that series.
Which the card should have won last night, but hey,
And that
sometimes
walk off,
don't
man.
always
That's
go
that's
your
why I
way.
said that's why you want home field advantage. So you bat last. You got the crowd on your side. It's hard to get those last 3 outs on the road. And that's what the Giant. I mean, that's what the Cards had to do. They had to get those last 3 outs on the road and not at home.
And they couldn't
Yeah, they couldn't. It's
walk
always
off.
better to hit last. You don't want to hit. You don't want to pitch last. You want to hit last.
I
So
know it's going to be a low scoring game between those two, though. I seen that score. I had it more 2-1, 3-1, same thing. But
yeah,
actually,
I had the Dodgers winning 3-2. So they won 3-1.
yeah, 3-1.
Yeah, so it was just right about where I was thinking. And the Yankee game, I said it. They just shouldn't have started cold.
I told
And
you, I told you it was over in the first inning. Once
yeah,
they scored
yeah.
2 runs,
Once
oh, it's
once
over.
once Son hit the 2-run home run,
That
Vic
was it.
did say it was over. And
It's over. It took everything out. That 2-run shot just sucked the life out of him. That was it. That was pretty much it.
So you gonna make a pick? You gonna make some picks? Or we out of here?
I agree with all of y'all picks. I got the Astros. I got the Rays. And the NL it's really a toss-up, honestly. I'm gonna go with the Brewers. They got the better pitching rotation than Atlanta. And I'm going with the Giants just because I just don't like the Dodgers.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I'm not
you going with both of Joe's picks. So surprise, surprise, the guys who know baseball agree, and the guy who doesn't agree. So there it
Hey,
is.
listen, no. Do the Brewers play tonight? Is the Brewers playing tonight, or is that tomorrow night?
No, that's tomorrow. The only 2 games that's tonight is the American League.
And
The Astros
is
are
up
kicking.
6-zip already. It's over.
They up 6-0. So yeah,
Series
that's
is
over.
over. Series is already over.
Yeah, that's
But
done.
JR, get a look. You're gonna see that Brewers pitching rotation.
Yeah, I told him. I said
I
after
told Joe I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna try
I
to
said
watch the game.
after the Braves got Charlie Morton starting game 1. After that, I don't trust their rotation. Like I that's the problem for Atlanta for me. I just don't trust their rotation after Morton. But we'll see what happens.
The Brewers got 2 number 1 starting back to back.
And we got a whole squad of number 1 hitters.
It's gonna be rough. And you don't have Acuna.
Play the games.
Yeah, no Acuna. If y'all would have had Acuna, then maybe things would be different. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure by next Thursday we'll know, because baseball don't waste time. They'll play 5 games in 6 days, 7 days. So,
well, there it is, everybody. This has been Shoot Your Shot Podcast, episode 34. Have a good Shaq in the building. Have a good weekend. Make sure you drink plenty of water, along with whatever else it is you're drinking.
Johnny.
Yep, there it is. I sent your boys in the building.
Mine's is in the kitchen.
Yeah, go Mets. Go Mets. They're gonna be real excited watching from home, watching my Braves from home.
You know the funny thing about Atlanta is
they the Buffalo Bills of baseball, bro.
They really are. For you to have Smoltz, Glavine, and Maddox and have 1 ring, that's just that you should be ashamed to even be a Braves fan. You know how many rings you guys should have?
Hey, I try to be a Yankees fan. Y'all ran me up out of there. So.
No, you know what? This is
I didn't care. I wouldn't care.
Root for the Mets next
season.
Want
to be a Yankee fan? Go ahead, man.
We don't need that. We don't need no new Yankee fans. No new fans. No new fans. Nah.
There it is. Y'all, everybody, enjoy your night. Enjoy the game tonight. That's coming up in a little more than an hour. Go watch the baseball games too. There it is. Peace out, everybody.
Peace. Everybody have a good night.